Hey, what's up, guys? Marvel Madness here. So tonight we have a special guest. Before I introduce him, I want to let everybody know my co-host today, Cool Cards, couldn't make it. And then I had a backup co-host that also can't make it now. So we are gonna go solo for right now, but what I've thought of is, well, I'll tell you in a second. So stay tuned. All right, so my co-host tonight is my guest, RMS Collects. Ryan, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, doing well, doing well. Glad you could make it tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, Cool Cards, he was out of town, and then I reached out to Matt Coombs, my buddy with First Avenger. He's got an early flight tomorrow, so just you're going to be the co-host and the guest tonight.
Yeah, so pulling the third string quarterback, I guess, huh?
That's right, man. That's right. Let's see what you got. No, I'm just kidding. Hope everybody's doing well in chat tonight. We already have some in the chat. Nathan, True Blue Collectibles, if he's still around, he was the first one to say something. Perna Studios, what's going on? He's always here supporting. 9.9 Manu, what is going on? He's driving tonight. I invited him too, but he probably not gonna come in because he's driving. Oh, what's up, William? How's it going, man? Rider 95. Brittany, what is going on? Full Venom Jacket, how's it going? And Vintage Lord Canada, what is going on, Dan? So, some good people in here tonight. That's awesome.
All right.
So, RMS Collects, we have someone in here that has collected Pokemon, collected comics, still collects comics, Marvel cards. What else have you collected?
Man.
Any sports?
Sports cards, yeah. So basketball. I'm a Steeler fan, as you can see.
I see the Steelers hat, so that's awesome there.
Yeah, got to represent. Even though we're not doing too well this year, but yeah, I'm a big Steeler fan, and I definitely have a lot of Steeler cards and memorabilia and stuff like that. But yeah, I collect Legos and stuff with my son. Other like weird artifact stuff. Like I like shark teeth. That's a collection thing too.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Like, yeah, so I actually
all sorts of different sharks, or
mostly like this type of teeth. This is a megalodon tooth.
Holy cow!
It's huge, right?
Yeah, that is a big.
I got this in Hawaii and stuff, but yeah, just cool things like that. When I was a kid, I was interested in like dinosaur bones and stuff like that. So
okay,
yeah, so it's cool to own something that's been like millions of years old. It's got a rich history to it.
It's pretty sick, pretty awesome. I'm a Steelers fan too, just to let you know.
Right.
My boy was actually born in Pittsburgh. My oldest son was. So because of that, we went to a Pittsburgh Steelers game. We like we had him a baby jersey. We took him to the game. So he's technically been to a Steelers football game, but he doesn't remember it.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. My baby shower that I had for my son, it was a co-ed one, and it was all Steelers stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. But that's cool. All right.
So so teeth. So what's funny and random about me? I actually have a foreign coin collection. Maybe people don't know that, but about me,
cool.
I haven't said it too much, I don't think. But I have some unique collections too. My kids, every single time that we go somewhere else, like a new hike, a new state, they always want rocks. And so we have a bunch of rocks that mean something all over the place in our
Nice.
front yard.
Nice. That's great. Do you label them or anything like that? Like,
No, I'm pretty sure the kids probably are forgetting where they came from and all that stuff, but still, it's still a cool thing to look at. But
yeah. I think anytime you can involve your kids in collecting and
yeah,
stuff, you don't feel as guilty
oh yeah,
collecting stuff. So you feel a little bit better, but it is nice. You get a nice bond with your child. Like with my
yeah,
daughter, it was the Pokemon cards and stuff like that. It was cool to go back down that path from like the late 90s and stuff. And my son is the Lego set stuff. I love building Lego sets with him. And that's been fun too, but it gets pricey.
it does. We've been down the Lego road as well. So you did it when I was a kid. Remember the space Legos? Like the old school space Legos? Those were like the first ones that I ever collected, and then it turned into those like pirate ships, and then yeah, they don't make Legos like they used to. They now make Legos where they're not a Lego. They're like an actual piece of something that looks different that actually is for that specific like vehicle or ship, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, the designs are a lot more advanced than they were back in the day where you just
exactly.
had blocks.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is for sure. Yeah, I think we probably have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Legos. Um, we just have those like bags or the bins of them and all that stuff. So lots of
Yeah.
Legos.
I'm guilty for hoarding my I have like, I don't know, 50 plus boxes of Lego in my closet. And I'm like, I need room for clothes. I have to start like saying goodbye to them because they're, sometimes they're collectible, but you got that, if you have that collector gene, like I feel like I have it and I've had it
Sure.
since I was a kid. My
Yep.
mom has it, my dad, they both collected stuff. So it's like,
Yep.
I don't know, I feel like, and then my kids both do too. My daughter collects certain things and then my son does.
Yep.
And yeah, it's crazy how that stuff gets passed down, but it's kind of like a tradition.
Oh, for sure. No, I totally agree. So, um, well, cool. I was gonna ask you something else, but I just left my mind just now. But so right behind you, can you explain like right behind you all those comics at the top? Those look like Venom comics. They look pretty cool though. Like they're specific grades or what do we got back
Yeah.
there?
Well, I got the Maximum Carnage, 94
Okay.
Acclaim Maximum Carnage. It's only an
Yep.
8.0, but that book's just hard to get in a high grade.
Sure.
There is the Spider-Man Unlimited. That's the very first part 1 of Maximum Carnage. We got Web of Spider-Man,
Yep.
number 1. That's one of my favorite covers of all time. And
Yes,
then I
yes.
got my ASM 300 first full appearance of Venom, and then the Italian version right next to it, both with matching grades of the CGC 9.2. And then, of course, two of like my favorite, 90s Venom covers is Lethal
The
Protector number
lethal
1,
protector.
and then and then I believe it's ASM 375. It's just the classic Spider-Man versus
Yeah.
Venom, gold, the full cover and stuff. But yeah, that's only a little bit. These are kind of like my favorite ones I like to look at every single day, and then
Yeah.
I have a bunch on the other side of my wall and stuff that I like to look at, some Wolverines and stuff like that. But yeah, I used to have a
Cool.
lot more stuff, but I sold a lot of them. So.
So so didn't you owned a bunch of sports Jordans and all that stuff that you sold at Peak, didn't you? Some
Yeah,
sports cards?
as a kid, I collected like tons of Michael Jordan cards. I mean, like I said, I probably had about close to 800. I had Michael Jordan everything. I had a Michael Jordan phone that opens up and it's like
Oh, wow.
it's announcing Michael Jordan. I had a cutout, a 6'6" cutout of Michael Jordan. I had everything. My mom would buy me so many Michael Jordan things. I was obsessed. That was definitely an obsession when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold most of them, but these are like I have like this is my favorite card. And I got two different versions of it. So this is the one I got in childhood. right there. That's my favorite one, the 92 Upper Deck. And then this one is the Air card. So it just has a different year. It's got an 85, 1990 two-time champion. This one's worth more money, but this is the regular correct champion when we're 87, 88. But yeah, favorite card. I carried this around everywhere.
That's way cool. That's way cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I was a big fan of Anthony Hardaway when I was in high school. Watched him with Shaquille O'Neal and the Orlando Magic and all that stuff. But I had the shoes like for like 3 or 4 years. I bought the same shoes, Anthony Hardaway's.
Yeah, the pennies.
Pennies? Yeah, pennies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had the coolest shoes. And Jordans were obviously great as well, but pennies, man, they're special.
Dude, they were like definitely space shoes, man. They were awesome. I loved them.
Yep.
They had the penny symbol right on the tongue. That was awesome. So well, cool. Well, before we get into the guts of I guess you're collecting and all that stuff and in general, but let's go over some pickups. I actually have some pickups I want to go over. And I believe you have maybe some comics that you want to show, right?
Yeah, I got a few things.
Okay. Even cards.
I think I have a couple cards too, but they're just
okay.
A few small and then one graded.
Cool. Well, let me see if I can make myself big real quick. And I will show everyone what my pickups are. Hope everybody's doing well tonight, guys. There's West Coast Avengers.
What's up, Dave?
What on Dave? He's got a link, so he can come in wherever he wants. I sent him a link. All right. So this is kind of a unique pickup, and I'll tell you why. So you know the 1992 X-Men series Jim Lee set, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is a PSA graded card. You can see right there. It is a PSA 6. I know it's a little blurry, but this is an excellent mint 6. Why did I pick this up? This was $5. Now, that's not why I picked this up. I picked this up because I am collecting every grade number of this card.
Oh, so nice. You're going for the grade bow.
Yes, the grade bow, baby. The grade bow. So I actually have now 6 through 10. So I just need 1 through 5 now. And that's probably going to take me a little bit. So if you guys ever have
throw one of them in a washing machine, man.
Yeah, you can do that.
You'll get a 1.
You'll at least get look pretty good. I've seen some ones that look really good.
Yeah.
Someone showed me the other day.
Just bend it in half. Just bend that thing in half, and you'll probably get 1. They have a nice crease in the middle of it.
Yeah. But anywho, I'm collecting that. So if anybody has any graded copies 5 or under, definitely reach out to me. I have raws. I have probably like 6 to 8 raws, but I'm looking for graded first and then before I grade my own, because I got a guess on like, okay, what am I supposed, what do I need to do to this card to get a bad grade? I don't know.
Right. So, well, PSA, if you're getting them all PSA, the PSA has a list of all the grading standards.
Yeah.
So you can just follow through that, just read through the grading standards, and maybe you might be able to like, okay,
man, how am I don't know if I have the patience for that, but I'll try. All right. Got 3 more that we'll look at here real quick. All right. I actually just about the Jim Lee. So those who don't know, Jim Lee is doing a signing. I'm sure everybody that's on the Discord knows Fausto. He did a post. He did a video explaining the Jim Lee signing. CGC series Jim Lee signing. And he's doing that for, I believe it's $120 a card. And I have about 5 cards ready to go for that. I got a few cards here that I'm going to send, hologram, and then 2 other ones. And then I'm going to probably send something else. I think the 92 one. This
Yeah,
one.
you got to send that one.
But I do have the signed version from Jim Lee, though, the original pack pull.
Can you crack it and just have? Oh, you'll get a green label, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to have. Oh, crack this one, or what are you talking about?
No, I would have him sign the other one, the one that's pack pulled sign. Have him sign that one too.
Sign a sign? No.
Yeah,
I can't do that. Okay, so those who don't know me, I collect Wolverine. So I saw this card. It's from 1993. And it's 1994. Sorry, it's 1994 Fleer Ultra, but it's weird because it's coming from, I believe, a baseball set. And this is it right here. Or a football set, some football set.
Yeah, so that's 94 Ultra.
Yeah, Fleer Ultra.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I was looking at the symbols and everything on it, and the bottom thing. It's that design is definitely from that
football set, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So I got Wolverine. So I saw this. It was actually pretty good condition as well. And so I'm glad to have that now. Like, I actually saw this a while back, and they wanted like $50 for it. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So I found this pretty cheap. So that was an awesome pickup. And then let's see what this one is here. This one has some special tape on it. It's not hard tape, so it should come off pretty easy, but let me see if I can cut it with my knife. All right. Lots of tape on this one.
Oh, I can see the chat now. I didn't even know I could see that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see it, but I can see it now. Yeah, we got Symbiotes by Nature in here. We got Andrew P. Oh, nice. Yeah. We got some people. I couldn't see anything. It was all blank for me. All right.
And Dave might join us in a little bit. He doesn't know, but he might. Good stuff.
Don't be scared, Dave.
A paw crack. What's going on, buddy? All right. Ooh, okay. So shout out to Cool Cards, my buddy Cool Cards. He told me about this guy. Anybody who wants the link to this guy, he was selling like probably 12 different sets of these. And it is from the Hanes collection. So it's actually was in like I don't know if it was in an underwear thing, but it was a promo, right? For Hanes underwear. And it's these right here. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So this is a full set right here. And there's 3 cards. This is a full set of the 3 cards.
Who's the artist on those? Who does it say who the artist is on those?
It may. I'm not positive.
Well, those came from the 90s?
Yeah, 1993, Hanes. We'll have to get back to the artist. If someone knows it, definitely say it in the chat, but I'm not positive. But those are freaking cool, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, so I definitely got it for this one here. So I want the Wolverine and Jean one, but maybe I'll just keep the whole set. I don't know. I didn't have the Wolverine one and I wanted it, so picked it up. All right, I think I have one more, and then we'll see what you got.
Yeah, I just sent my 3 cards to the Jim Lee signing.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I just mailed it out this week, and it was the 90 MU Wolverine Hollow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clean, super clean card. Hopefully, it better get at least a 9 or a 9.5. And then the 92 Jim Lee. I cracked out at SGC 10 for that one.
Oh,
So
you
that's
did?
gonna that'll get a high grade. SGC grade's pretty good. So
Yeah.
it will definitely get a high grade. And then I did the Kith. It's one of the Kith cards.
Okay.
It's the one out of what, $12.99, like the silver sparkle one.
Of Wolverine.
Wolverine. I'm gonna get that. I got that. I'm getting that signed too.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Those are gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Be real cool. All right. This pickup, it looks like it was a Wolverine pickup. And it's from the new anime set, and I didn't have it. It's Logan. It's a power level Logan. That's what I picked up. So
Nice.
it was like $2. $2. So
Can't beat that.
can't beat that. Can't beat that. Well, that's what I got for my pickups, man. That's for sure. So let me change the screen to Ryan's and show me what you got, Ryan.
Okay. I'll show one of my cards first. I just got another keepsake collection. I'm still trying to go for the 10 in this card. So I just got a new one. So this one's pretty clean. It has a shot. So I'm hoping to get that Pop 1 PSA 10.
Now, what's that card from? What set?
Amazing Spider-Man Comic Images keepsake collection.
Oh, okay. I'm not too familiar with that, but
Yeah, it comes in. Let me see if I can grab it. It comes in this. Comes in this right here.
huh.
The card
That's
is
cool.
just like the card's just sitting in there loose around, and
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a bunch of
for sure.
goodies in here too that it comes with. But
Okay.
I picked this up, I think, for like $20. So
Dude, that is a sweet
and
pick.
the card is clean. I got this too that I will be hopefully getting it graded to match my other one. This is the 94 Flair Amazing Spider-Man master print. It's the Venom one.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and it's really clean.
Wow,
So
that's nice, man.
hopefully I can get at least a 9 on this. If it gets 10, great, but it's super clean. So
That's way cool, man. Good luck on that one.
I'm grading that. But what sucks is when you grade those, you get this giant slab. It's bigger than a box.
That's crazy.
Look how it's bigger than the comic books.
That's a huge slab there.
No, right? You could just you could use it as a weapon, I guess.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the 9-card promos look like from Beckett for sure.
And then I got this. This is super cool. I got this too. It's a 1987 Comic Images. It's the Marvel Magic Moments stickers, and there's one PSA 10. I believe there's only one PSA 9. Actually, no. I think there's two. There's 2 9s. But it's this. It's the Black Spidey logo, and I believe that logo is on the bottom left-hand corner of Amazing Spider-Man 259. So just stuff you don't see all the time. I mean, this is 1987. I feel like if you get anything like a 9 or better from something from the 80s and stuff, yeah,
definitely nice.
Yeah, so I can't wait to match that up with my 259.
Nice. That'll be fun. Hey, these Haynes cards, I'm looking at them closer to them now. And there is a signature on it. It's not Julie Bell or Boris Vallejo. The art on it's a little different than what their style is. But this is actually what it shows right here. I'm going to just switch it here. Hold on. So this is a little D right here. It's a little D with a period. So if someone can find a signature with a little, it's actually a uppercase D with a period on it. That's what the signature is. So, not sure. Someone do some research. We'll figure it out. All right. Anything else that we got?
And then book wise, I did just get some stuff recently. I'm going for it's called Craven's Last Hunt. I'm going for all 6 of these. This is something I've been trying to get down. So I think I'm only missing 2 more. but one of them is actually will be here soon. So I'm trying to get this entire one.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this is great, man. I can't matching up with the Mike Zek cards and stuff that I got.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love Michael Zek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, still on the hunt for some more Mike Zek cards, but yeah, so I got those books, and then I just actually got this today. It is a T-shirt, and it's probably one of my favorite Venom images of all time.
Hey, yeah. That's a sick image.
Which I probably won't wear. It's just going to be up in my closet. Every time I see a shirt with a cool, Venom or a Spider-Man comic image on it, I usually don't wear them. I don't want to mess them up. But
hey, I try to match cards with shirts all the time. If I see an image that is on one of my cards on a shirt, I'm like, I gotta have that shirt.
Right, I have a shirt that's got that 92 Jim Lee Wolverine.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it's a good one. I love it. So cool. Was that your pickups then?
There's more, but I haven't opened the boxes yet. I have a bunch of books.
That's okay.
Dave just sent me some books, and I still haven't opened them up yet.
No, that's all good. Well, cool. Yeah, like I would say that all the comics that I have are usually Wolverine is on it. There are some holographic ones I have that are slabbed that I just love holograms and the shiny stuff, the embossed ones are really cool too, but mainly it's just I got the Fatal Attractions run, if you know that Wolverine 75th with a few other X-Men and Excalibur and all that stuff comics. X Factor, the Fatal Attractions one. So there's 6 books. I have all 6 in 9.8, but only one is a 9.4, and that's the Excalibur one that I don't have. I think it's Phoenix that's in it, so don't have that one in a 9.8.
Yeah, those are the classic 90s hologram covers.
Yeah, for sure.
Love them.
And I love the Kuberts, Andy and Adam Kubert. Anything that's Adam and Andy Kubert, I'm all about. Like I bought a signed version. I haven't sent it to CBCS yet because I plan on doing it, and I'm glad that I think I like their new label as well. And so I'm gonna send. I have the Deadpool one where Wolverine has Deadpool over him.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I got signed. There, it was signed by Adam Kubert, and I'm gonna send that one in. So
Nice.
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
I used to send all my comics through Daniel Dunn. He's not doing it currently right now. A lot of people know Daniel as Valor Comics in the community, but I sent 30 comics at one point with him, and out of the 30 comics, 20 of them got 9.8s.
That's good.
Yeah,
they were all childhood comics.
not all of them. There were some that I just picked up and all that stuff. The only ones that were childhood comics were some of the holographic ones. And I think one got a 9.6, not a 9.8. Or no, it got a 9.4. Sorry, it's the Wolverine 100th issue one got that. So.
All right, with the like glass type hologram.
Yes.
It looks like a mirror on it, but yeah.
Yep, adamantium being ripped out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is I actually commissioned an artist to do me a sketch card that was with that holographic cover, and it was I turned the book to be its like colorfulest, and I said make it that way, and he did, and it looks pretty sick. So you can see it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I gotta check that out then. That's sick.
It's matched up with my comic. It's on the same post, so you just have to find it. So
nice.
No, for sure. I'm all about anything that is Wolverine related. that matches with a lot of cards. And what's funny is I didn't know this until I started collecting some of the comics. A lot of the Wolverine cards that you see in some of the retro and some of the sets that you see, they're all comic covers of some comic. Um, some of them are actually internal, but most of them are comic covers. So, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of the new sets, the Wolverines and stuff, a lot of them are covers. Yep,
Yeah.
images.
Yep. And I was a big fan of matching the CGC label with the card. So I'd have comic 9.8 and then the card, but I had probably about 150 cards to send to CGC, and then they changed the label on it, and I had to readjust how I wanted to do stuff. So
Yeah, I know, man. That I was devastated when that happened because I had a lot. I was matching things up, man. I had more cards to send, and I liked how the 92 X-Men Series 1 looked good in that set too.
yeah,
And yeah, I'm only grading with CGC cards for the signature series of
sure,
my favorite childhood cards and stuff like that, and my favorite artists. But I'm not gonna. I mean, their prices are great, but I'm not grading with them. It just doesn't. I like that blue label too much. I like the black and white one too, but if I'm gonna grade, I need to know that my card has some decent value. And I feel like when I grade with CGC, a lot of times the reason why I'm grading is also not just to keep for PC, but I also want to try to maybe potentially sell it to buy another card that I like.
correct.
And I can't. I try to sell CGCs and I just can't move them as fast as a PSA. So
Yeah.
you know,
Well, and we all kind of know if anybody's in the trading card world, PSA does demand that value, that premium. Will it change in the future? It may. But at the moment, that's just where the value is PSA. But for my PC, actually, and this is actually fallen into just the process that's probably going to be best for my PC is probably grading with BGS, specifically probably because of Michael. At first, when I saw BGS slab, um, I didn't like how thick they were, because I liked PSA how small they were and how thin. But the more and more that I've gotten some of the slabs from BGS, the more I just fallen in love with the BGS, and I love the subgrades. That's one thing that kills me when I get 9 from PSA and it looks like a 10. What was wrong with this card? And nothing will show me what was wrong with the card. And so on the BGS, it will tell me what the subgrade will be. So
right. Well, PSA believes that it's not just those four things that determine a card's grade.
yeah,
They look at the overall, image, like the visual of the card. Is it visually does it look great visually?
sure.
Not just the surface and not just the corners and everything. And then also it's not balanced. So like surface weighs a lot on PSA cards than it does, if you go through CGC or BGS. I grade with everyone. And
Yeah,
I've noticed that with PSA, the smallest little dimple gives you a 6, gives you a 5.
correct.
It drops it down. So
Yep.
I feel like that PSA does weigh heavily on the surface stuff, but and then less on centering.
Sure.
CGC, I submitted cards to CGC and they gave me an 8 or a 9, and the front centering was great, but the back centering killed me. But then if I
Yeah.
submit it to PSA, it's almost a 9 or a 10 because the card's so clean, but they killed me on the back centering. So it's just really weird. Every grading company varies on how they weigh stuff.
Yeah.
But
Did you see
BGS,
did you see just recently that video that Neo Cards and Comics put out?
oh
It
yeah, he
was
went from like a 6 to a 10 on that
yeah,
baseball card. Yeah.
but then he was talking. He had a couple of videos or a couple other thumbnails that I saw that I haven't seen every single one of them. But he was talking about, are we all being scanned by these grading companies? Like, are we just sending our cards off to somewhere hoping for this grade, and then it just totally depends on the human being that gets in front of the card. And
Well,
that's part of it, right?
yeah,
That's
it's
but I think,
subjective.
it is subjective. Yeah,
It is, but like for me, if I'm going to send a card in, like I do a thorough evaluation of that card before, and I always give it. I figure out and say, okay, this is probably going to be a 9 or a 10.
sure.
It's a great shot at a 10, but if it gets a 9, at least I know it's going to be a 9. If it doesn't get a 9, if it doesn't get a certain grade where I believe it is, I crack that sucker out. I'm
Yeah,
going to crack it out and I'm going to resend it because I disagree with it. But
yeah,
that's happened with PSA. I submitted some Moon Knight cards and one of them was a 6. And I'm like,
yeah.
they gave one a 6. It was clean. It was the orange. It was the orange FX Moon
Okay.
Knight High
Yeah,
School.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And then the pink one got an 8, and I'm like, the pink one's got like a dot on it. I thought the pink one, I was trying to get the pink one to slide through to get at least an 8 on it, and it did. And the orange was my best one. I cracked all those ones out, and I sent them to CGC, and they all got 9s.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't. I mean, but out of all the companies I graded with, and I've graded a lot more cards with PSA than any other ones,
Sure.
and they have been pretty much at least 90% accurate with their grades because I pre-grade all my stuff. I go, okay, this
Sure.
is going to get this. And then when I do my reveal, I look at it and I go, okay, pretty spot on. There's only been like, I don't even know, probably like less than 20 cards that I was like, this is absolute horseshit. Like, so I
Yeah.
did not agree with it. So, but it's subjective. You don't, you can get a grader. They can be especially during that 18-month wait that we had at PSA, they were putting new graders in. And then some of the cards
Yeah.
I was getting back, I'm like, this ain't no 10. Like I knew it wasn't a 10. I didn't put a 10 on. I didn't pre-screen it as a 10, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, okay, whatever. I'll let it pass. I'm not gonna. So sometimes you win in certain situations, and then sometimes you do lose if you disagree. But that's why when I tell people they're grading, I say, dude, look at your card. Don't just grade it because it could just be a waste of money.
Yeah.
Screen it out and see, okay, is this going to be worth a shot of grading it or not? And, most time I can have 50 cards ready to go for PSA, but after I evaluate it, I might be down to 20 because it's just not worth it.
No, for sure. Well, and that's the world of collecting too. This whole part of grading is a whole nother section of collecting. I mean, you could be a non-graded card collector, right, out there, or a comic collector, just the same, that doesn't grade comics at all. They just collect the cards and the comics, right?
Right.
And so my thought and my whole process myself is I actually didn't start grading until 2021 as well. Like I didn't grade any cards. I didn't even know about grading until after when I got back into this, right? From the 90s. And so when I got back into it, like I graded with PSA because that's what everybody told me to. And then PSA shut down. So I graded with BGS because that's what people said. Oh, just grade with BGS now. I'm like, okay, that's what I did. And then they shut down. And then I graded with SGC. And SGC, I was actually like pretty impressed with some of my grades that I got back. And then like I got pristine 10s on a bunch of them, it was
SGC,
10.
SGC has like their stuff is accurate. I think I had one card come
Yeah.
back from
Yeah.
them that I didn't agree with. I got like a 6, and I'm like, this isn't a 6. I cracked it and sent it to PSA, got a 10. It was a small little small dimple thing on the back, but I think it was like a manufacturer defect on that card. But yeah, I mean, I have no complaints with them. Their turnaround time, I like their case and stuff too.
Turnaround time was amazing.
Yeah. And their customer service is great. They had great prices and stuff. At the time, grading and stuff, it wasn't, they were pretty much the only ones kind of out and available during that time. And then the price was, reasonable as well.
And I actually like the tuxedo look for some of the cards. Like some of the cards that I have, I probably won't crack out of the case. Some of it's just more of this was the very first CGC card I bought, and it's like a Wolverine It's a Wolverine autograph card, the one from the 2000 set, Tops 2000 set. And I don't think I'll get it out of that slab because it came in that slab. I bought in that slab and it was the very first card, and that's my PC right there, you know. And I actually look at my PC that way, where I will grade some with PSA and I will grade some with I mean, I haven't graded too much with CGC, but I do have some plans, just like you said. If if I can get a signed card from that person that either did the art on that card or just makes sense to get them to sign on that card, I want to do it. You know,
Right.
makes sense to me. And I think I would love to have CGC signature series stuff, but a bunch of my like Wolverine PC, Wolverine cards, and all that stuff, it just makes more sense to get. I don't like, what's funny is I don't like the 9.5 gold label. I like the silver better. So for my PC, I would rather get a lower grade. And so if I get a 9.5, I'll sell it and get me a 9. I know that's kind of weird, but that's just what I see in my PC. It just
Right.
looks cool. I've always liked the color. I've always liked silver. So silver anything on a label is great for me. So
Yeah, and it matches some cards too. It's always nice to match those up. And
yeah.
that's what I do. I usually will have like a slab. If it's like a BGS, SGC, or if it's a PSA, I will actually just take my card in a card saver and just kind of say which one does it look the best in,
Yeah.
which has the best appeal. And
Correct.
sometimes I'll do that. But for right now, I'm really just I'm trying to uniform all my cards kind of with PSA for right now because
Sure.
CGC broke my heart. I was trying to match
Yeah,
up
I mean, and I'm with you.
my
PPC Blue Label was like that was gonna be my go-to. You know, that was gonna be my thing. But I mean, right now with how things are going, um, I don't know. PSA is very great if you're not going to keep it as PC, I think, and you're going to just want value out of it. It totally makes sense, I feel, to myself to grade it PSA. But if it's for my PC, I think I'm leaning towards the subgrades and all that stuff with BGS for sure. So
right.
to each their own. And like everybody's per PC is going to be different, right? So.
Yeah, but going back to going back to those CGC signature series signings.
Uh-huh.
Now this is just a PSA for me. So like everyone like in the chat and stuff, like $120 to get one card, like get that graded and get it signed is not cheap. That's a pretty expensive. And I know some of these artists and stuff, they actually it costs less to get things signed for them at like Comic Cons and stuff or shows. But like for myself, I only picked 3 cards. There's 3 cards that I distinctly wanted to get, for me, and I knew the conditions were going to be good. And I'm probably going to be keeping 2 of them. I'll probably move one. That's kind of the idea of trying to just get back how much money I'm spending on this. If it's going to cost me $380 for these 3 cards, hopefully I get one back that's going to be like a 10 or better, or 9.5 or better.
Correct.
And if it does, then I can move it. But a lot of times, though, it's Jim Lee and like Todd McFarlane. These things are going to get flooded. The market's going to get flooded, so it's okay if you don't submit a card. There's going to be plenty on the market because Jim Lee and Todd, they both signed. I just picked up a Todd McFarlane one, and his thing was $125 that I had to pay for my last ones. I picked up a card that was autoed $70 on eBay.
Yeah, that might be smarter to just wait,
It might be smarter to wait. You actually might be the one to end up paying less than how much it costs to actually grade and get the signature series Jim Lee
Yeah, and
signed.
you're actually buying whatever grade you're wanting. Like you can pick the grade you buy, but when you
I
send
didn't
your
care. It was
card
an
in,
8.5, but it had the Comic Images ASM 316 Venom cover on there with Spider-Man. That's like my favorite one. And I'm like, $70 for that? People are paying. The guy paid $125 just to get that thing done.
oh yeah.
So sometimes it's best to wait and see when the market comes out, when a bunch of cards hit the market, because there's a lot of Jim Lee stuff. I mean, the cards are cool because the only cards you see with Jim Lee signing are pack pulled ones from the sets.
Yeah.
Right. So, but the comics you can go on eBay right now and you can find thousands of Jim Lee autographed comics. So that's why the cards are pretty cool to do. But
Yeah,
I would definitely. It's really not worth it unless you have something dire that you're like, okay, I really want this in my PC.
correct.
I want to get an autograph. It's going to potentially be a high grade, but it's just something for you, like personal. And I did. I had two cards that I really wanted in there.
Yeah, yeah. I think out of mine, this one here, it's the Toy Biz version of that one. So I'm gonna send that one. I'm probably sending the hologram one. I actually have one coming from eBay that looks a little bit centered than this. But I'll send one of those, and then probably the hologram, at least from the 1992 X-Men of Wolverine. I want to send that one as well. So
Yeah, that one's tough to get get graded. So
yeah.
hopefully, yeah.
Well, what's funny is I'm actually gonna take mine. Maybe I'll do this on the stream right now. So this right here, those who know the X-Men series 1 set, this is the tin from that. There's a tin that you see all the time, which is from the 1993 set, which is the series 2 that comes with that Wolverine 3D hologram, you know. Well, this one I opened. Well, I didn't open it. Someone else opened it, and then they sold me it with it being open, but this is still sealed right here. So,
Oh, the complete set, the entire set sealed. Okay,
complete
nice.
set. It's all sealed up in here. I'm just gonna quickly open this because I just planned on opening this. I planned on opening this and sending the hologram that comes out of here because it's so fresh, but we'll see what it looks like. So let me just take it out here.
You said you had that Toy Biz. You're sending the Toy Biz one, the Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was about to rip this open because I actually have one.
Oh, nice.
See the 90
Yeah.
and Wolverine, it's in there.
Oh, I'd totally bust that out, man.
Yeah, but the problem with these ones is they have the glue. Mine has glue on it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it because this was I actually have a childhood version of this figure, but that's why I bought it. I didn't even really care about the card until like because I bought this in 2020, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's got the 90 MU card in it. But I thought about busting that out, but I'm just gonna leave it in there. I think it looks cool.
So the front of this card looks immaculate. I mean, I'm not gonna show the actual but there's nothing on the edges, there's nothing, but on the back it's clearly not centered. It's a little thicker on this side right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, this side right here, it's thicker than the other, but it's a clean card. I think I'm gonna send this card. No scratches.
Hard to send in.
No scratches on the front or anything like that. So definitely gonna send that one in. So that will be at least I'll probably duplicate the Toy Biz because I have 3 Toy Bizes. I'll probably duplicate the Toy Bizes and then send the holograms, the best this hologram and the other one for my PC. And then I'll sell one of the Toy Bizes. I think is what I'll probably do. So
nice. Yeah, those are some good cards to send, man.
Yeah, no, I think anybody who is a Wolverine card collector and grew up with the 90s cards, if they don't send at least one Jim Lee Wolverine card, it's like you either send it or you buy it later, like what you said, right?
Yeah, I mean, like that is the quintessential like Wolverine from the 90s is Jim Lee. I mean,
yeah.
Nobody. I mean, in my eyes, yeah, it's nostalgia, so I probably am biased by it, but nobody did Wolverine better in the 90s than Jim Lee.
Well, there was a post on one of the Facebook groups this week, and it said, which card for you started it all, right? And I posted a picture of my graded 9 because I have a graded 9 of that hologram, but the graded 9 of that hologram that I have of Wolverine is the one I had when I was a childhood, the one that I pack pulled when I was a kid. And
Nice.
I was able to grade that and it came out a 9. So to me, that's a 10 because it's from my childhood. So
That's right. No, it goes down like my Jordan card. I got a 10 on that. I have no idea how that happens.
right? How do you get it on some
I
of
took,
these childhood cards, right?
but the thing is, I took better care. This is why I talked to Rohan and JP on their show,
Uh-huh.
Absolute Game Nerds. I
Yeah.
took way better care of my
which is
sports
a great podcast for a second here. Which is a
Yes,
great
shout out to
podcast.
them.
Go check them
Yeah.
out, guys. It was an awesome episode. So
Yeah, I had a blast with them. We talked all things: marriage, collectibles, Legos, football. But yeah, I took way better care of my sports cards than I did my Marvel cards. I just had them for fun, man, the binders and stuff. So yeah, as soon as I started buying more card sets, the past couple of years, I've been throwing them in binders, man. I've been making myself my own sets. It's been great. It's like when I was a kid, but I'm just, making sure that they're in there pretty good.
yeah,
I'm not messing them up and stuff.
that is cool. Putting that Wolverine in a top loader real quick. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna have I have a cable in here. If someone wants a fresh hologram of Cable or Gambit or Magneto, I just open these up. So
Just do a giveaway.
yeah, right.
Yeah, if they can make it to the signing, this will be some good cards to sign if they want to get some cards signed.
Well, this wouldn't be bad. This Teams card I got. So this is a Teams card Wolverine, and the Wolverine and the whole team and all that stuff. Let's do a giveaway on that.
There you go.
Hashtag X-Men. And I will do that giveaway. It's actually got, it looks like a corner ding and then a very top edge, but it's still a hologram. It's still pretty cool. So let's give that away.
And then when you're done with that giveaway, I have something that I'd like to give away.
All right. Awesome. Appreciate it. Hashtag X-Men. I will go ahead and run that real quick. People keep coming in, that's for sure, guys. But I'm going to at least start it. So what's the giveaway you want to do?
I'm going to give away, it is the Rittenhouse Archives. It's a metal ink parallel of AF-15 in a CGC 9.5.
Ooh, look at that, guys. That is sweet. That's awesome. Dude, so you're giving that away?
I'm giving it away.
All right. That won't stop you. That's awesome.
You're not going to get this in a blue label like that and match it AF-15.
Nope, not at all.
So yeah, I'm giving that away.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to start collecting the comments here for the X-Men. And we'll probably collect those for another couple minutes, and then we'll do your giveaway after. So cool.
So how many people do we have in the chat right now?
Currently right now we have 25. We went all the way up to 28 in the chat. We've just been fluctuating, so we appreciate those that come in and say hi. And if anybody has any questions for Ryan or questions and just general questions about collecting or anything like that, please feel free to jump in and ask the questions. So, man, these are minty cards, that's for sure. I'm gonna look at the Wolverine card, see if that one in here looks good. And I'll probably send that one too if it looks good. There's too many cards I want to send, but $120, it's kind of steep, isn't it?
It is, and I had these 2 cards too. I was going to do. I wanted to match my comic, but the
Yeah.
yeah, the X-Men one, the collector's edition
Oh
one.
man, that's one of the 2012 beginnings.
Yep.
Yep, breakthrough
Cover
covers.
on that. I wanted to get a comic one signed and stuff too. And then the blue team.
Ooh. I actually thought of that same thing, you know that. But I'm just like, I can't send everything.
There's so many cards, but like I feel like the 3 that I picked were just the Kith was just unique because I don't think a lot of people are gonna
No, I think the
send
Kith
that
one,
one in.
the Kith one is gonna be.
But the 90, I had that 90 Wolverine hologram, and it was so clean. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to shoot for a 9 or a 9 or better on that one. And the other one was a 10, so I already know it's gonna be a high grade when it comes back.
Well, yeah, good luck on those. I mean, that's gonna be sweet to get those back. It'll at least make for the one that you cracked. It'll at least make for some good content, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how many slabs I've cracked, and I've done some great bumps for. I've had success with SGC and then PSA to CGC, and just testing out what they're how they grade and stuff.
Okay, so I just pulled this Wolverine one from the stack. Centering on it is a titch off. I don't know the back, how close they look at the back.
Well, if it's CGC, they will look at your back. They look at the back of the cards.
But the front
That's
looks
not
amazing.
Yeah,
The front looks amazing though. Centered and everything.
Yeah, that's good. We do got a question. We did get a question from
favorite card. Oh, what's your favorite card in your collection? That's what he's asking you. Perna's asking you that. Tony.
In my collection?
Yeah, in yours.
Ooh. Oh, it's a toss up. So I just got a PSA 10 on the 92 Comic Images Spider-Man 30th anniversary Venom card. It's just the ASM 316. It's only a pop 2. That I love that card. That would be my favorite card, but technically it's actually these 2. They're tied right now. It's these. So I got the 1980 Comic Images Spider-Man World of Spider-Man. It's the Venom sticker, right?
Yep.
This came before this. This is the card, and then this is the 89 Todd McFarlane collection Venom. So these 2 are tied right now, my favorites.
Okay. That's like technically Venom's rookie card, right?
Rookie sticker and rookie card. I got both.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. All right, I am gonna add share screen. I'm gonna add this here. Share that. And then I will add it. All right, hashtag X-Men, guys. Last few seconds. And we'll do the giveaway for this card right here. The X-Men group, the series of Jim Lee set, 1992, and it's the whole band of them. You got Rogue, Gambit, Psylocke, Cyclops, Beast, and Wolverine. All there for you. All right, here we go. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right. And the winner is
Raptors
fan. Congratulations, Raptors fan.
All right.
You got this 1992 hologram coming your way.
Very nice.
That is awesome.
We did get a question. The Rider 95, I'm assuming he's asking me this. Do you collect all the symbiotes or only Venom? I have a ranking. So Venom 1, Black Suit Spidey 2, and then Carnage would be 3. So yeah, I collect all of them. But Venom is my 1 for sure.
Awesome. That is sweet. Symbiotes are they're pretty popular, you know, the symbiotes, you know.
Yeah. Well, I just like how mean they make the characters, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
little a little statistic, you know, like a little sick side to them and just kind of crazy and stuff. And I don't know, I like it. It's very edgy. Um and that's why I like Eddie Brock and Venom.
Oh, for sure. That's awesome. All right. I saw another another question, or was it a comment? Oh, I think that X-Men Blue Team card is also Gambit's first appearance on card, if I recall.
Yeah, I think I think 92. I'm
The
trying to think.
92
90,
set.
91. No, I 91. I think there's 91 Marvel Universe. I think has a
There
Gambit.
is 91 with Gambit, isn't there?
Yeah, 91 Marvel Universe does have a Gambit card on it.
Yes, it does.
I think it's part of that.
Yeah, he's in 91 for sure.
Yeah, APOC Crack. I agreed. Eddie Brock is the best host by far.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think there's no
Even though they
contest.
in a new game, I haven't even played it yet. I have the new Spider-Man 2 game,
Oh,
and
you do?
they turn Harry Osborn. He becomes Venom. I'm like, I don't know about how I feel about that, but
Yeah.
it looks cool though. It looks really good. But Eddie Brock is definitely he's my Venom for sure.
Definitely reach out to me, Raptors fan, for that hologram. I'll send it to you. Just give me your address. I do want to be, and then we're gonna start your. Let's do your giveaway. What do you want to hashtag for that Spider-Man 9.5 CGC?
Let's do AF14.
AF 15. Let's do it.
No, I'm just kidding. AF15. AF15.
You're gonna
Let's
do
do,
a you're gonna do a CGC thing, aren't you?
yeah, I'm just trolling them, just clowning them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I do hashtag AF15. Be giving this away. 9.5. It's not a mint plus, it's a gem mint, blue label.
We like Marvel. That's why we have this
And it's
actual
metallic ink.
comics graded, right? That's what they said that one time.
Yeah, we're just a small part of their we're just a small community and stuff, and it's all good.
Okay, hashtag AF15. Already got 13 entries. Quick. Cool stuff, guys. Man, thanks for that. Thanks for that giveaway, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got it. I have like two more things I probably like to give away just because it's like my debut on like a live stream.
Hey, man, I'm glad you joined me tonight, dude. Like, I appreciate it. I know.
What's really funny and just a coincidence. So on Rohan and JP's, Absolute Game Nerds,
Yeah.
their guest backed out, right? He canceled. So they messaged me that same day and were like, "Hey, can you come on?" Because I already I had something scheduled with them like the middle of November, and they
Okay.
asked me to jump on that day, and I'm like, "Let me see if I can make that happen." And then something just happened with yours too. So
I know, right?
so I was like, "Okay, this is just really weird that this is just happening." But
I think the
it's a sign.
universe is trying to tell you something. I'm not
Yeah,
positive.
it's been trying to pull me onto YouTube. So yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll jump on.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to have you. So I've been wanting you to come on for a little bit, like it's been we've been on IG and talking for a bit now. So
Yeah, I mean, I was on Justin's channel, like on his lives and stuff,
yeah.
and watching his stuff for like a long time. I mean, I've been on since before, they had the Marvel show with, Manu and stuff. I was already like watching his
I
stuff.
always saw you in the comments. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
I was always in there. So, I've
Yeah.
been collecting Marvel stuff and been watching from afar for a while, and just trying to curate my own collection, but still try to be involved in the hobby and stuff. And I've had a lot of fun with trades and stuff, and it's been good. It's been a good time.
So Apocrack has a really great question for you. What's been the hardest thing to find in your collection?
That's a good question.
Or are you still trying to find it?
I'm still trying to make it. I'm still trying to make that card. The Venom prison card. I want that in a 10, so I'm trying to make that.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I think that sticker that I have. It's only a pop 2. Like I couldn't find this graded.
Oh wow.
So like this is a pop 2. I think there's only I believe there's 1 or 2 10s. Manu has I'm pretty sure he has a 10, but yeah, I've been looking for this for a long time. Yeah, that is a good question. These have been hard. I've been looking for these for a very long time. So these are the Acclaim Maximum Carnage cards.
Yeah.
And I got the pretty much pop 1s, nothing higher, the Carnage one, and the Venom. So the Venom is an 8, and there's nothing rated higher so far. And then the Carnage is a PSA 9, and yes, it's a pop 1. There's nothing higher than that. But I just sent in all 7 of them.
So does that come out of a video game?
So it comes out of a little cassette.
Oh, okay.
It's the Maximum Carnage. It looks like this. It's a little. So it's the Max Carnage cassette. Yeah. So it's sealed on this on the back, and the cards are never like it's just wrapped up and sealed. So it's like the cards are usually in poor condition. But I love that game. I love that game so much when I was a kid that I'm like I got to collect everything of it. And the one thing that I still haven't got is it's the QVC box, and it has like a sealed game. It has the hardbound red Carnage book. It comes with a watch, and I've been trying to get that, but that's so expensive.
Yeah, no, I love the cards that are hidden, right? The ones that are inside other products. And so that's so cool that you found some of those that it comes out of those cassettes, because that's
this is on the back of a cassette, and like I got 9s, and this was an 8 and stuff. Yeah. But I actually, some guy graded them, and I reached out to him off of eBay, and I'm like, dude, how much for these? And I just snatched them from him. So I'm like super happy that I picked them up, but you don't see these like often. No, and it's just cool because it's got the images to play from, from the game. And like I said, I love that game. I have a bunch of Sega games. I have Maximum Carnage, X-Men, a couple of the games, Street Fighter 2. And I have it's called the Vendor Holyfield's Boxing. Me and my dad used to play it as a kid and stuff, and I love that game. And
I remember playing that game at my cousin's house.
Yeah, as soon as I turn on my Sega Genesis and I put that on, man, it hits me, the nostalgia on that game. It just brings me back to me and my dad playing it on we used to have like a 13-inch TV in our living room, this little tiny TV.
No, that was me too.
And my dad was getting pissed because I was getting so good at it. I was beating him up in that game. And I think I was like, I don't even know. I think I was about almost 8 years old or something like that, 9. And I was kicking his butt in that boxing game. But that was great. Those were that hits me. And then watching like wrestling and stuff with my dad too. It's those right there. Those were like some of the best times.
That's way cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
AF15 guys, hashtag AF15. Show that giveaway one more time. See all of our viewers that are here. You can get that card. You can win that card right from RMS. Appreciate you, buddy. And he's giving that as a giveaway, guys. So that is cool, man. Well, so one more question I have for you for collecting in general, right? Did you collect when in the 90s as well, or when you were a kid? Any cards, or did you not start collecting that until you were older?
The cards were all when I was a kid.
Cards were when you were a kid.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I had binders and binders of cards. I had this case, a carrying case with all my basketball cards in it.
Yeah.
And then got a bunch of my binders my mom gave me of my Marvel cards when I was a kid.
Okay.
And yeah, as soon as I open it up, it's 92 Marvel masterpieces, 93 Marvel masterpieces, the 92 comic images Wolverine. I love that set. That to me, I mean, it's just that set probably is the most nostalgia for me because my dad used to buy it for me when I was doing karate and stuff. Or after school, I used to go to this comic shop all the time, and God, that place, like just the smell of it. It had Pogs. It was total 90s. And the good news is they didn't have any TCGs. It was all comics. It was all cards and stuff. And it did have sports cards there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I remember that place. I have a really, really good long-term memory. And
Oh,
uh,
nice.
yeah, so I'm able to like think about like all the stuff I used to collect.
Okay.
My short term's not very good. As I getting older, it's not very good. But my
Yeah.
long term, I can remember all that stuff. And man, as soon as I found that set again, I was like, I'm just gonna rip a couple boxes of this stuff, and build a little binder set. But that's my favorite parts of this stuff is also just putting the binder sets together.
Yeah.
I have the binder set up with all the sets that I love. And when I'm like, let's just say I'm just like tired for the day or something, I'll just pop open those sets and take a look, and it's great.
Well, I was talking I think the other night, Spidey Hits had the MM22 break that they did with Steven again. He did another whole case of 2022 masterpieces. They were talking about like the top loader binders a little bit. And what's that?
The top loader ones.
Yeah. So most of the top loader binders are the ones that have the black back, and not a lot of them have the front and back. Well, Fausto, he sent me the link to the ones that he gets on Amazon. And it was cheap. It was like $35. And I was like, oh man, that's a really good price.
So it's the back is clear. You can see the back part. Oh, that's nice.
And so anybody that wants that, I can send him a link that Fausto sent me. But I messaged Fausto and I was just like, dude, like that's one thing. That's why I don't like those top loader binders is you can't see the back. Because if I collect the set and I have the set, I want to be able to look at the back and read it. Because like when I was a kid, I read those stats. I read those cards. Like that's how I learned about some of the abilities that some of the mutants have and some of the other superheroes have is from the back.
That's why they put stuff on the back so that you can you can gain some knowledge and stuff. That's why that's why the backs of cards are not blank.
Yeah. For sure.
Unless you have a hologram. Some of the holograms have blanks backs and stuff. But yeah, so you can learn. But so question out here. APOC crack. What is the grail you don't have for both of us?
Do you want to go first?
Is it the grail card or is it the grail like just collectible in general?
Yeah, I'll go first since I already know for mine it's a card, but mine's easy. It's 2015 Vibranium Bar Wolverine. That's my grail. There's only 5 of them. There's only been one for sale. It was on Golden Auctions and it sold for just over $6,000. So that's my grail.
I don't have a grail. I don't really have a grail card. I just have a book.
Yeah, what's your book? Is it AF-15 or is it something else?
Well, I mean, a lot of people is AF-15, but I honestly, mine would probably be an ASM 300 newsstand in a 9.8. I mean, I want that. I just want that book in the highest grade possible. And then probably the 316 newsstand Mark Jewelers.
Okay.
Yeah, that Manu has, and I want that book, but
you want it.
Yeah, I want it. Mine's mostly books, but cards. I love the unique cards, and then trying to create your own type of collectible card. Get stuff autographed that's unique and stuff. Like those Toy Biz cards, getting those autographed are great.
Oh yeah, love it. All right, let me put your giveaway on here. Let me add the giveaway hashtag AF AF15. And we're going to run this in 30 seconds. All right. So those who are just jumping in or those that haven't, just go ahead and hashtag AF15. Appreciate you, RMS Collects. Ryan, to give that 9.5. And there's a lot of people probably in here that don't have CGC graded cards. So this would be a really cool CGC graded card to get for sure. So
yeah, I have another one to give away too if we have time.
okay, all right. Well, let's do this one here. And good luck, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good luck, guys. And we have Armando.
Right.
How many accounts are you using tonight? Hopefully just one, Armando.
Congratulations. You get
Good job. That's his specific Armando account. So that's good. So congratulations, Armando.
Yep. Awesome. Congratulations.
Did you want to show that card? I think you already did, but
with this?
Oh, there you go. That's what the winner got. So all right. Cool. Awesome. Congratulations, Armando, for sure.
Yep. Congratulations.
Yeah,
just send me a DM on Instagram with your address and stuff, and I'll send it out to you.
Well, those who are watching this or those who are on the live right now, I am still taking entries for the Secret Santa. So if you do want to join, go ahead and message me, DM me. I can send you the form if you would like to be part of Secret Santa this year. So, but I will be closing the doors on November 10th is the last day, and then I will send everybody what they get the next day, the 11th. You should know who you got, so you have about 20 days to ship out that card or cards or collectible. Anybody has questions about it, you can read the Google Doc form that I can send you. So, but that's it. So, what's the Secret Santa? A paw crack? Send me a DM on IG, and I can send you the form, and it has all the information there. But Secret Santa is just for the community. It's just a card collectible or specifically recommended, like doing a Marvel card for this community. But you can do a comic, you could do a Funko Pop, you could do anything. And I'll give you like the top 3 characters of that specific person when I randomize everybody's names. So you won't know who you got, but you'll know who you got, but you won't know who gets you. Like it'll be a surprise. So be good stuff. So yeah.
Comment on there. Like the highlight, was it Brittany?
Where's it?
Brittany's comment. What does it say? It says
was it?
It says love the oddball stuff you've been pulling out tonight, RMS unique collection. Yeah. I got more unique stuff, but this is
I think
stuff is a Marvel card related.
no, and that's the thing is you can show something that's non-Marvel. I love DC. I mean, I did a Pokemon stream a week or so back with Marvel cards, obviously, too. I try to shoot Marvel in sometime. But definitely the collectibles sphere. Anybody who collects anything is welcome on my channel to show cool stuff, all that jazz. So I think we got someone joining us right here. What's going on?
What?
West Coast Avengers! Did I do it right?
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Ryan? What's up, Joshua?
Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you both, and nice to see this dude's face for the first time.
No,
I
right?
mean, I watched your debut, but
Yeah,
I've
I've been
never
I've
seen
been staring at your mug for a long time now. You can just stare at mine.
Jeez. I'm sorry.
Please,
I
RMS,
could wear a
please
mask.
come on more often.
I could put a mask on,
Oh
I
man, it's
could.
good. It's good.
Got
Oh,
plenty of them.
I mean, I
yeah, you
don't.
do.
How many masks have you
You
worn?
definitely
Like,
do.
that's the question. Because you've worn Spider. I knew her from Spider-Man
To the Riddler mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we all wear masks.
We do. What movie is that from?
Is it
From The Mask?
No. Is it from I think it is from The Mask. It's either
It's from
Mask
the-
or like Batman Forever.
Which one? What's the
Yeah,
line?
they talked about we all wear masks. And
Yeah,
then
I think it's The Mask.
yeah. Love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that movie's classic for sure.
How are you boys doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep. Doing
Just
well.
been talking cards, comics, and whatever. So
Yeah.
Just showing off cool stuff, man.
I waited till you guys were done talking about grading to hop on.
Hey,
we
did
weren't
mention
talking about comics. We're talking about, it was mostly cards,
I know.
We weren't doing
I
comics.
did mention in that there are people that don't grade, even comic people.
Oh, I grade. I just hate it. I have to play the game. Like, I got these back this past week, and I got to play the game because I got to play the game. But I don't like it. I mean, Ryan even helped me with the PSA submission for, was it 21 cards?
Yeah.
And it's just like I like playing that game. Like, roll the dice and then make an episode out of it and then sell the stuff because I don't like the slabs. But
yes, Perna, you can, and I've talked to you about that.
Bot Crack, what's up? Rep the PNW. What up? Joshua, where are you? I forget.
Washington. Or
you are.
That's where I'm from. I'm from Washington State. Sorry.
Yeah.
I live in Utah now. Yeah.
You're in Utah, right? So we're all in the western side of the US right now.
Which is actually unique for a Marvel stream.
Very true. Very true.
Usually everybody's back east or whatever. But,
or south. Yeah.
Yeah, or south, yeah. But Manu's from California and he's in this side, so west definitely.
Yeah, Manu's like a hop skip away from me. He's like less than an hour from me.
Yeah, he lives in an enchanted forest where you have to like have a special animal to get in there.
You have to have a car with a barcode on it, right? Like you have to have a barcode to scan through, like a newsstand barcode on the side of your car. You know what I'm talking about? They have those gates, and you have to get communities like that. That's Manu's community. You have to get in his place with that barcode.
But the other, it's like a 2-factor authentication. So you, like the serial number on the barcode changes every day. So you have to have the new serial number for the barcode.
Yeah.
Jeez. Authentication guaranteed.
Steph Chair keeps saying wig it, but the problem is that I'm not Comic Tim. Comic Tim is around sometimes, but he's not here tonight.
Let's go.
Is Comic Tim a variant of West Coast Avengers? Or
that's probably the best. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, he's a variant from the other multiverse, and he's very mischievous. Always says the wrong thing, but I think he may be grading a book for the Bart Sears signing. It might be grading a Turok one. I'm not sure for the Bart Sears signing. I heard you guys talking about the Jim Lee signing. It's the fact that he's more expensive than Todd is kind of wild to me. Because wasn't Todd 100 or was Todd 150?
Todd was 125.
Okay, all right.
Well, he's like $5. I think I paid 120. I think for the Jim Lee, so it's about $5 cheaper. The Jim.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, to be honest, I like it should be less than 100 for a trading card. Why would a trading card be the same cost to sign as a comic?
Yeah, especially like Jim Lee's autograph's not that good. It's like not that good looking, I should say. No offense to Jim. as a
Well,
person or creator.
it's like a kind of a scribble, like a fancy
Yeah,
scribble. That's what it looks
it's like a J and then a bloop, 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 bloop,
Well,
bloop.
but you're comparing it to Todd McFarlane's, which is also one of the coolest signatures you'll ever see.
No, yeah, of course. But I could give you 20 comic book creator signatures that look 50 times better than Jim Lee. I'm looking at a Jack Kirby right now. I mean, Kirby's autograph was amazing. Romita's autograph was amazing.
Yeah.
Bernie Wrightson's autograph was really nice.
Stan Lee's was okay too.
Yeah, before Stan got old and obviously was having health issues. Stanley's autograph was great. Even Liefeld's autograph was never that good.
It's not. That's why I didn't send anything to the signing, because I knew what was. It's cool to get some of this stuff signed, but I saw I knew what it was going to look like, and I was like, I don't know. I'd rather have Jim Lee than Rob, because Jim was more of my childhood than Rob was.
You know what's funny though, when you think about like the creation standpoint, like Lee didn't really create anybody interesting. I mean, he's credited as co-creator on Gambit, but that's it. That's really it.
You're right. I don't think he's only co-created, but he's never actually created anyone, right? Any characters?
Not anybody. Like, I don't think he was Jubilee, no, because I think that came before him. That would have been Silvestri and Claremont. But yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, Hush. I mean, I wouldn't consider that like a great creation. But yeah, it's just I never thought about it until just now.
So Perna had a question about the grading and the SIG. It does include grading for the 120.
Yeah,
Omega Red.
But you're paying for the signature.
Yeah, pretty much you are. Yeah,
the grading with them hasn't even cost that much right now. But
yeah.
Have they done a yellow label with the new labels?
You're talking about on CGC?
Yeah. Have they done a signature series with the new formatted label?
Yeah, what should we call it?
Was Liefeld?
Rob Liefeld.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got black. It's more like the new label and it has a little bit of yellow on it.
Okay.
It does. Now, just to be clear, if you get a pristine 10, like it's not going to happen a lot. But if you get a pristine 10, that sucker has gold foil to it. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I haven't. Well, that's interesting.
Pristine 10s have gold foil to it, which is actually really cool. But
I want gold foil on my tombstone. I don't even want to be buried. I just want a tombstone.
He wants a gold pristine 10 on his tombstone.
I want a tombstone. Actually,
we're gonna grade his grave, and it's gonna be
my sixth sense of humor. I think I must have said this 15, 20 years ago to one of my friends. I said on my gravestone, I just wanted to say, like, here lies David Wexler. And it's like usually there's like a really nice quote or something. It's just gonna say, I'll be back. I want everybody to get the chills when they walk past my tombstone. Oh man,
Dave is not where his spirit won't be resolved. I think it's the new Haunted Mansion movie where the spirits are still lingering.
Yeah. Oh,
Dave's not done.
No, dude, I'll never be done. I'll never, even if I live to 200, I'll never be done. So
how big is your whole thing gonna have to be to hold all your comics though?
Well, I'm gonna melt down all my records. I'll have a vinyl casket, and then we'll just line it with comics.
Oh, geez.
By the way, I did forget about Omega Red, but Maverick really didn't. I mean, if anybody can tell me some important.
Oh yeah, Omega Red. Yeah, I forgot about that. And
Omega Red's a great character.
Man, he is. It's a great villain, man. For Wolverine, one of his. Yeah, and I love X-Men. What is it? X-Men 4 and 5. Yeah, those covers are sick.
And his and then I'm pretty sure Omega Red was in Marvel Capcom, right? Or am I just kind of like having a temporal displacement? Yeah, wasn't Omega Red in it?
I
Or
have
maybe
the
like the
game.
second one.
I don't think I saw him in there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe my brain just made that up out of like, like Mandela affected myself. That happens sometimes. Like memories will just it'll do some weird stuff to you, and you think you're like, yeah, I remember that happening, and like you ask your mom or your dad, and like never happened.
That's what happens when you're putting like a previous memory and another memory together, and then you try to come
Mhm.
up with something. You're like, oh, wait, maybe it's just that. Maybe it was just that one memory, not this other one that I'm just trying to make up.
So Perna thinks Omega Red was in that Marvel.
Okay, so maybe I am remembering it right. But
Yeah, in the first, yeah, maybe he was. I can't remember because I have the game in the arcade, but I don't remember seeing Omega.
I usually
yeah.
just say, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can't go wrong if you say, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Because you're not saying yes, I know, and you're not saying no,
exactly.
I don't. No.
Well, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think you're right.
Ryan. I know Ryan. You said you didn't play it yet, but Joshua, you haven't played the new Spider-Man game yet, or you have?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I
they
didn't beat. I bought it. I didn't beat I still haven't finished the first one for God knows why. I don't even know why. I probably
oh
because I just
man,
don't have time to play video games that
yeah.
much. But I got into the first one and I'm still blown away by that game. I'm like, holy shit! I've been missing out on this. And I
Dude,
have
I
the
went.
second one now, and I'm like, okay, I gotta play.
You got to play it. I'll say this without spoilers for people that are hoping to play it sooner or later. It takes the best parts of all the good Spider-Man stories and it adapts them perfectly. Like, you know how like we talk about, like certain aspects of the movies we don't like because it gets character wrong or whatever. But I know you were saying about the whole Harry being Venom. Dude, in the context of this game, it works better than you would ever imagine.
Oh man, I
And
gotta
like,
check it out.
yeah, they took stuff from certain storylines, some stuff that was more recent and adapted it. Yeah,
And this is the new Spider-Man?
yeah, I mean, I hesitate to use the word, but it's nearly perfect.
Dang. Well, the thing is, I'm like, when you see something like a preview, right? And it's like you are known, like, let's say I'll give you an example, the Turtles movie, the new Ninja Turtles movie, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the way it was done up and I saw the characters and everything. And I'm like, I'm used to my turtles when I was a kid. So I was a little biased and I was a little hesitant going into that movie, but then I was
So
completely
good.
I was completely blown away. That movie was freaking awesome. I love that movie. My kids love that movie. It was so good. And it hit all the right spots for me as for turtles. So,
Yeah.
I'm going in with this game a little biased again, and obviously I'll probably be blown away by it.
You
So
will. You
we'll
will.
we'll see what happens, but that's great. It's good to look forward to. But hey, man, it looks so sick. I just don't want to. I'm weird. I have OCD. I have to get through that first game before I move
Yeah.
on.
No, I get that. I'm a completionist, so I get a piece of that. Like I could push myself to play it without playing the first one, but as a completionist, I want to know the entire story in the order it was told. But I'll say this just on the basis alone of when you get to play in that black suit and you get to see the black suit. I mean, it's the best adaptation. Obviously, we haven't had a lot, but it's the best adaptation outside the comics of the black suit and Venom. I mean, maybe you could make a case for the animated series, but this blows that away.
Well, the animated series was only like 3 episodes
Yeah, it's true.
with Spidey having it, and then you got
And
a
then Venom.
a taste of Venom and stuff, and then a very small taste of Carnage until they went on to what is it? It became Spider Carnage. But
Yeah.
yeah, the black suit was it was kind of short lived on the animated series, but yeah, I'm excited. God dang it, you got me more excited for that game.
Yeah, I like
I gotta play through that first one, and I'm gonna be struggling because I just can't stay up that late.
yeah.
And when I play video games, my kids go to sleep, and I'm like, I'm so tired, I don't even want to turn on my PS5. I'm like,
See, I'm the opposite. Like I get really sleepy and I'm like, all right, I'll play a video game and wakes my brain right up.
yeah, the
So
game has to be like those Assassin's Creed games. I've played those, and it has to be a game that I can get into because I love history. If I can get into those games and stuff, and it can take me along that journey, like I'll probably be playing it for hours and hours. So
yeah.
I have
it's
5 boys,
definitely
so I
game
don't
I
get to
wanna
play
play.
video games anymore because
Did
they
you
take
say
up all my consoles.
did you just say 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure because it like glitched out just for a second. So
Okay.
I was just wanted to make sure I heard that. Yeah, I have just this guy to deal with. So
Yeah, you just got one
Okay.
kid. It's yourself.
oh, it's a very tough time taking care of this one. Let me
Oh,
just say.
right?
Yeah.
Little comic Tim coming around too, and you got to take care of that. So
Well, that's like the steam vent. It's like, it's like the you gotta let the energy burst out, and it's just like, yeah, well, I disassociate, whatever.
So
But
Right.
I
what's
wanted to
funny is
mention. Oh,
we do need to talk about Wolverine, or I'm gonna fall asleep. That is correct. That is true. That is
well,
very correct information.
I can I can I can tie that into. I just wanted to mention what a pot crack said is that I agree. Like Jim Lee
Oh,
changed
the drawing of yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
yes,
Jim Lee changed
Yeah.
the game
correct.
for art. There were really the three of them did. Like,
Yeah,
McFarlane, Liefeld, and Lee really did change the game.
yeah.
Silvestri and Larson were game changers too, but they're more their own that people really can and try and imitate them. But yeah, Jim Lee. I mean, Jim Lee gave us the love. I mean, he's the reason why we probably most of us love Wolverine.
Well, look at in the X-Men animated series, they're based
Mhm.
off of Jim Lee's X-Men.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like
yep. Oh, I was gonna say in the card community, I'm not sure how a comic community, but in the card community, because of those very first 1990 MU card, the hologram, and some of the other cards of that set, plus on top of that, the very first X-Men set. I mean, that right there is the nostalgia that brings that artwork to life that way in our minds as kids. And I think that's why they're so ingrained in us, right? And that art is, I feel so.
Well, look, X-Men 1 sold 8 million copies. It says enough about Jim Lee right there.
Yeah.
People weren't buying that book because it had a bunch of characters on it. They were buying that book because it was his art with all of the characters on it. If it was like Jerry Ordway or something like that, people would have not. They just would have not.
Yeah, and 30 years later, it still holds. His art still
Yeah.
holds. He's still doing stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's running DC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Not well, but he's running DC.
Yeah.
See, I'm so out of touch with video games. Is there a Wolverine 5?
Yeah, there's they had a slight
Midnight Suns came out, and that was one that I saw some of the gameplay, but not
the developer Insomniac that's made Spider-Man is working on a Wolverine game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, if it's anything like Spider-Man,
you gotta play that game, dude.
I will.
You have to do it, even if you get to fight your boys over it.
Yeah. Well,
maybe long, and it may not come out for a couple years, so a couple of them might be out of the house by then.
It doesn't help that like only my youngest is the one that's likes all the the comic stuff, that the different Spider-Mans and Wolverine and all that stuff, right? He likes that. He likes my cards, but my other kids think I'm just up in the night, I guess.
Well, what's your other boys' ages though? Like, were they like younger when you started collecting back into Marvel?
Well, no, I no, older, because I had just barely started back in 2021 ish.
I feel like when they're younger, you can build more of a connection with them. Because my
son,
and
I think that's probably what it is with my.
He loves Wolverine. Well, I named him Logan. My son's name is Logan. I named him after Wolverine.
That's cool.
And
I mean, my wife wouldn't have ever let me do that, but yeah.
Well, my wife got to pick out my daughter's name, and I let her do that. Okay. She let me get my son's name, which we honestly thought we were going to have another girl. And then I remember when we went back over there to the it was like an ultrasound appointment, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to know what you're going to have?" And I said, "Yeah, we already know it's a girl." She goes, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, they told us that like 2 weeks ago." And she goes, "No, you're having a boy." And I just lit up. I'm like, "Oh no. Yeah." I mean, I wouldn't mind having another girl, but I had the son. I already knew what I was going to name him. I mean, I already had a name for him and everything. But yeah, he's connected. He loves it. He loves that his name's Logan. He loves there's a connection with the Wolverine. I mean, it's awesome. Great. I feel like when they're younger, you can build that connection stuff with them. I mean, it's not like they could reject it. or but I think I feel like when they're younger, they're more acceptable to, saying, "Oh, my dad likes this stuff. This is cool," and you get a better, connection with them.
He dodged a bullet that you didn't name him Venom or Spidey, so he dodged a bullet by getting a real name.
I'm gonna name him Eddie. I'm gonna name him Eddie. I didn't like that name.
Eddie, I'm hungry.
No, I just thought I also, when you think about a boy's name, you don't want them to get made fun of, and I'm like, who's gonna make fun of the name Logan?
No, nobody. It's a
Nobody.
great name, even if you think about like not the the association with Wolverine. It's a really great name.
It is.
So
there's a Logan, Utah, actually, that people like to live out in the land and all that stuff. Logan's pretty good. That's where Utah State is, not University of Utah, but Utah State University is.
Yeah, look at Brittany says her daughter loves cards too.
Oh, dude, she sent me. So Brittany, it's kind of funny, the story. Brittany was because her whole collecting story is pretty unique. I won't get too much into it, but her dad passed away and left all these collectibles, and she didn't know really where she was at or what they were, and then she got into the community and it's helped her quite a bit. Well, her daughter actually has gotten into like opening some cards and all that stuff. And her daughter like will take like tags and they're shiny and all that jazz and a holographic, tag from clothing or anything. And she'll just like keep them and want to keep them on the clothes. And like, no, you got to take this off the clothes. And it's like, but it's shiny. So I was like, oh, you're going to have a really hard time with these cards there with your daughter.
And I used to love holograms, so I get it. I used to love everything shiny. We were trained though in the 90s to like shiny things.
Yeah, they just shoved it in your face, They're like, here's this hologram. You're like, oh, I gotta have that.
Yeah, because like it was a new thing in 1990, and like I even remember having, not just the cards, but like notebook with holograms on it, and then the Upper Deck. Was it up? Maybe like 89 Upper Deck Baseball had the hologram stickers in there. Or I think it was Upper Deck, because Upper Deck was the first. Yeah. They were the first ones to do holograms.
Yeah, they had They had hologram Michael Jordan cards. I have a bunch of those and stuff.
Yeah,
that started like 90. I think it was 1991 Upper Deck. I have a couple of the holograms, and then you started seeing them in Marvel cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because 89 was the first Upper Deck series, right? That was baseball. That was Griffey's rookie, and then soon followed basketball. But hockey and baseball, I think, were the first Upper Deck products.
So a pot crack is his son's name Hank? Is that?
I would assume so. Hank and what was Christopher
Biggie?
Wallace was Biggie?
Hank and Biggie.
Maybe Wallace,
or maybe
So Hank and Christopher, or just
Hank and
Wallace, or we'll find out. I'm sure.
But that's funny that that he kind of did that.
Henry Christopher. There we go. Hank Christopher. Yeah, there.
See, and I couldn't have done a Logan anyway because of my last name.
What'd you say?
Oh, did I break up?
Yeah, I didn't hear what Ryan said.
Oh yeah, what did you say, Ryan? You broke up a bit.
Okay, apparently Ryan's just
done.
Ryan's out.
He doesn't know what's going on anymore.
I think I just said it's never, you can never go wrong if you name your kids after X-Men.
Except for and then you said except for Professor X. I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Professor X now.
You don't want to name your kid after Professor X, because then you're just like, you're really kind of giving them the future that they might not want, name it after a guy that's been sitting in a wheelchair for 45 years. I don't know about that one. That'd be like a jinx, a really bad jinx.
Well, my nephew's name is Charles.
Okay.
So my nephew, his name is Charles, and then my son's name is Logan. So yeah, we have some X-Men connection between him and his cousin. Yeah. But he wasn't named after, I don't know why they call him Charlie. They don't call him Charles.
I'll give $500 to anybody who names their kid Mojo.
Mojo.
I will put $500
Or Modoc.
in a
Mojo
CD
or Modoc.
or Modoc. I will put $500 in an investment account for their child if they name their child Mojo, and that thing will sit there. And when they're 18, they can have that money.
Yeah, good luck. So when your wife is delivering that baby and you got to fill out that paperwork, good luck trying to get your hands to fill that out before she sees it.
Oh,
all right, Brittany, fine, $1,000.
not enough money.
This is my son Mojo.
Mojo. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever met a Mojo.
I don't think that's a name, Josh. I mean, it could be. You know who probably named their kid Mojo? Some like really hippie surfer couple from Hawaii or like Southern California. That's like, what should we name him? I don't know. Maybe we should name him Mojo.
They're just staring at like a bottle or something or a drink that they like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna name him that." That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. A couple that Elaine was at the Toronto show. If anybody knows Elaine Perna, Tony Perna Studios. Guy showed up at their table, and the daughter and son were named Logan and Rogue. That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That must be a power couple that loves the X-Men or something.
Yeah.
You know your childhood was shaped by that, by Marvel when you're naming your children. So yeah.
I like what Andrew said. R.S. Callie, pray for Mojo. The poor kid.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, Mojo's a good name for a cat. There you go, Andrew. I like that.
Yeah, I think everybody loves your Mojo name there, Dave. So
I'm into it. Maybe I'll have to get a cat and name it Mojo. By the way, I gotta point out a pot crack. Mr. Mojo Rising, which Jim Morrison sings in the breakdown of LA Woman, is an anagram for Jim Morrison.
Oh, nice.
If you take those letters, you mix them up, you can spell Jim Morrison from Mr. Mojo Rising. Thanks, Dad, for that one. I grew up a Doors fan. So.
That is funny.
Yeah. I'm literally like a bank of useless information. So that's what I'm here to do tonight. It's just
tonight we've been mainly talking. Well, for the last little bit we just BSing, but we've been mainly just talking about like collecting, and we were talking about RMS collecting and all that stuff. What is the most random thing in your collection, Dave? So throw out all the comics, throw out all the original art pieces that we know come from that. What's the most random thing that you've collected?
That's gonna be hard.
And you still have.
That I still have.
If you have anything.
I mean, what qualifies as random though? Like
I mean,
something that's out of what you guys know that I collect. I mean, I collect records. I have 900 records.
That's cool. That's cool.
I have okay, here we go. You guys will appreciate this because this is definitely away from comics cards. I used to collect autographs in person and in New York, because I grew up there, and it's a long road of me collecting in-person autographs, but I could probably go get it. I have a promo calendar from the first Lord of the Rings movie, from Fellowship of the Ring. It's this beautiful matte black giant calendar, and I have it signed by like 10 of the primary cast members. I have it signed by all 4 Hobbits, Viggo, Peter Jackson, Orlando Bloom, and Liv Tyler, and like 1 or 2 others. I have a original Return of the King double-sided movie poster signed by Viggo, and then I have an Italian, I think it's an Italian original poster of Bad Taste, which is Peter Jackson's first movie, one of the greatest low-budget horror movies ever. It's like 6 feet tall, and I have that signed by Peter Jackson. So
that's
that's a hell of a that beats out my random autographs.
And I got those all in person. I have photos with all of them, like, so it's not like something that I purchased.
That's even better. That's the best part, is when you get to meet them and stuff, and they get the autographs.
Yeah. I have a lot of, I don't know what I still have hockey wise left. I have a couple NHL All-Star programs signed by like from the 90s signed by guys like Gretzky and Lemieux and Gordie Howe and, like all those legends. And I have a 1980 Miracle on Ice Team USA team signed thing. So, yeah, that's some of the more random stuff that's not comics related.
Yeah.
Well, I met Lou Ferrigno, like the Hulk. I met him a couple times, and I used to work at Gold's Gym back when I was like 18. And I went to an event and stuff. That guy was massive. He was huge. And then I just met him, like, I think recently, like about last year, and he autographed my. I had a couple pictures autographed. He autographed my Hulk,
the 377.
Yeah, in the back, he autographed that and stuff. And yeah, great dude. And then I also got a couple autographs from Sylvester Stallone. I'm a huge Rocky fan.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
So I got Stallone's autograph. And then one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid that I liked a lot. And it had to do the reason why I liked him, well, obviously because he was super hot in the 90s, Bill Goldberg. And I was going through a tough time in school, through middle school. God, I hated middle school so much, but there were some kids there that weren't really nice and stuff. And I took a liking to him and Austin, the ball-headed goatee guys.
Oh, yeah.
But Goldberg just for some reason, like just watching him and stuff, it just helped me cope with a lot of
he's he was such a nice guy. He still is such a nice guy.
I know. Yeah, and he's super smart, man. It's for a guy like that who's like looks like a complete meathead. He's super intelligent.
Yeah, no, he well spoken, really intelligent, and really nice.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Wait.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you can leave me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see what's chat saying here.
Oh, look, we got the Rider 95. He said meet the wrestler Sting and Hulk Hogan, both super nice. Yeah. I actually I really want to talk about wrestling that much, but I did meet Hulk Hogan. I was at Venice Beach and I did see him on the side of the street walking with his son, and I flagged him down and I walked to Gold's Gym with him. It was pretty cool. He was super nice.
Why don't you want to talk about Hogan? Why don't you want to talk about wrestling?
I love wrestling.
Brother.
Hey, actually, I'm all for wrestling and talking about wrestling. I actually was one of the WWF wrestler kids where I actually went to a WrestleMania thing that was at a huge auditorium and all that stuff and everything, and it was awesome, and
yeah,
I went with a buddy of mine and we would play with the figures, like the actual figures and all that stuff, and we had the ring and all that jazz. I even had the video game after that. So like I'm all for WWF, and I know there's someone that we know that has a bigger channel, definitely bigger channel than me, and his name is Justin.
He doesn't like wrestling.
He doesn't like wrestling.
No, I made him. I one night he like went off on it. I was like, I love wrestling. He's like, I'm just like, I didn't know you hated wrestling that much.
It's a bad word. It's a bad word.
I spent the better part of, let's say, 98 through 2003, and I probably went to 150 events, 2 WrestleManias, 2 SummerSlams, couple King of the Rings, Royal Rumbles. I've got crazy wrestling stories, like meeting these guys and befriending. I slept at Jeff Hardy's house once.
That's
weird,
sick.
A weird life that I used to live.
It's weird, but that's pretty cool. That's a cool story to tell.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it one night on like, on my channel somewhere, like Catalyst. I don't know how to like start shows like that where I'm like, I'm just going to tell you stories about myself. I find it weird to like try and do that.
It's story time. You can talk about story time stuff. I feel like if I ever created a channel or anything, I would totally be, that wouldn't just talk Marvel. I'd talk about everything I collect. I would vlog it up for just what I like, my collecting journey. Yeah. And I talk about wrestling. I love wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that term, vlog it up.
It was
Vlog,
part of it was like, I don't know, it seems like it was to you as well, but it was part of my childhood, and I
Oh,
think
for
that's
sure.
where I actually I keep living out my childhood through my collecting, right? Like we all kind of live that nostalgia type of feel, right?
Yeah.
We love that feeling when I was a kid, and we still can get that as an adult.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to get to. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Andrew P's comment.
What is it?
He said, and the craziest part is he didn't know you spent the night.
Oh,
You
geez.
weren't supposed to tell him about the breaking and entering part.
He wakes up in
Oh.
the morning and goes, "Who the hell is that guy?" You're making breakfast.
Oh, what I want to see what RS Cali said. Question for later. You guys can have
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
else come back tomorrow for any title you want. Oh, wow,
Any artist tomorrow, well, for any title you want, who would it be and what title? I'd have Todd.
I mean, that's the default obvious answer, but now I'm thinking of who. You know what? It is going to be. Can I make it a two-parter? Can you do Todd and I'll do somebody else?
Yeah, I'll do. I would say Todd. I
All
would
right.
love. I would love him going back to Spider-Man just to see what he would do nowadays. And man, that'd be awesome.
Give me John Romita on Spider-Man. Give me Senior on Spider-Man. I'd love to see that.
If he was still alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
It would be nice to see. But yeah,
And then you get
obviously
the new
Todd on
generation
Spider-Man.
who actually get to see what it was like.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of brings up a good a good topic as far as that goes, because there's a lot of artists that we all like and fall in love with, right? And we all like, oh man, I would love if he would still work or still do something today, right? Well, it's funny because like I contacted his name is Dimitri Patelis. He was from 1995 Marvel Masterpieces. He was on that set. And I reached out to him just telling him I loved his work. And he's all like, "Oh, let me send you a signed print." And I'm like, "What? Where did that come from?" And then just recently, it's funny that I reached out to him because just recently he's now expressed, and he had this shut down, like he wouldn't do it or anything. But now he's actually starting to commission on cards his artwork again
That's cool.
from what he did back in the 90s to now, but it's a lot different now because he's grown as an artist and all that stuff. So it's kind of unique. He asked this question because how would it be today? Because they have gone so much in their career. Is their art gonna look like the original that we're used to, or is it something different? And that's pretty kind of unique to think about. And just recently, I actually he's going to be doing something Wolverine for me for Dimitri Patelis from the 1995s, and I'm going to be like loving whatever it's going to be Wolverine. But it'll be interesting to see what it is, if it's something that I really love or it's just something that's different. You never know.
Well, you just made me think about something that you'll appreciate this too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Silvestri come back for Wolverine series because he somehow went from being this amazing artist to being a better artist 35 years later. He just finished up like a couple months ago a Batman Joker miniseries, and I'm telling you, he's on another level right now. And if he came back and did Wolverine, it'd be the coolest looking Wolverine book. Period. End of story.
He did Wolverine in the 90s, right?
Yeah, he did.
I think I bought. I think I got some. I think I bought a couple comics from you.
He went issue like, I don't know, somewhere in the late 30s to like post 50s. So like maybe
good. They had some. He had some mean looking Wolverines. But when you were talking about Romita, right? Yeah. This is kind of weird. I just got this, and this is a tribute to ASM 50. And it is done by Junior, but man, it looks so good.
That's really cool. I like that. I didn't know that he did a tribute to his dad's homage to his dad's cover.
Yeah, I love this.
A caveat to that whole question or whatnot that he had about if artist came back and there's a title or whatever. It's kind of funny that they're gonna come up with the 50-year anniversary Wolverine
Next year,
and they're coming out with those nostalgic covers that's gonna be like Wolverine done, and that cover that you just shown, I can't wait to have that Wolverine cover when it comes out in January. So
I saw one. Jim Rugg is doing homage to Captain America 100, but it's instead of the Avengers behind him, it's all different Wolverines on the same cover. It's
dude,
really cool looking. He dropped it the day before I did the interview with him, so last Monday or something like that, on his Instagram.
That's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, I can't wait for those. I think it's a run of 15 comics or something.
That's cool. I like what Andrew P just said. The only reason I wouldn't want to see Todd back on Spidey is the same reason they shouldn't have made a Sopranos movie. Maybe just leave the greatest to be. And I don't disagree. I would like to see Todd do a Spawn Spidey, but do I want to see him back on Spidey? It's not that he draws different now. It's just digital artwork looks different. It wouldn't feel the same.
That's true. That's a good point, Andrew.
So Perna actually very first televised Royal Rumble, which was in his hometown.
Where was it? Because WrestleMania 1 was New York, so Rumble wasn't in New York. I don't remember where the first Rumble was.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very first Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's awesome too. I'm glad Perna likes.
I don't think the Royal Rumble. I don't think that dated back prior to WrestleMania. I think that was later on.
It should have been later on, maybe like 88. But I could be wrong about that. My memory's all. Oh, it's in Hamilton, Ontario, home of the Hamilton Bulldogs.
What's this question from Swish?
Superhero character. If you could be one for a day, what superpower?
Human Torch. I want to burn the entire world down.
Oh God!
You wouldn't want to just fly around. You want to burn everything.
Go to the White House, burn it down. Go to DC, burn it down. Go to Russia, burn it down. Just burn down all these places and see
make America great again.
Yeah, so we could see if we could start over and just be happy.
Okay, Seth Rollins.
I just burn it down. Maybe burn down Times Square. Every time I go home, I'm like, just somebody do something about that.
I'd be Wolverine just for a day, just so I could feel his power. So that's it.
You want to feel but you do realize what that comes with.
Yeah.
You have to sit through having your bones laced with adamantium.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I had heart surgery when I was a kid. I think I can take it.
All right.
He's
got it. And then what about you, Ryan?
I'd be Venom. I'm sorry.
I'd be Venom.
I'd be scaring the crap out of kids.
I want an alien symbiote to take over my body.
Yeah, I would. I want the symbiote suit to take over my body, and I'm just gonna scare the crap out of teenagers and stuff. I'm gonna show up at my high school, at our 20-something year reunion, and just show up as Venom. That would be
so
sick.
We are two of us at least are naturally disposed to being villains, and Josh was just really in it for the pain, but then the healing factor. So we got a sadist and two villains.
Anti-hero.
I'm an anti-hero. Yeah.
I'm just Human Torch started off. Did he start off as a villain? I know Submariner did. Maybe Human Torch didn't.
Hamilton. Were you in Hamilton? He said yes. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada is where he was at.
Yeah, because RS is a Canuck as well. He's a Canadian. He is an Ontarian. I know way too much about people, and I just retain a lot of things. I don't know.
Did you just say you retain useless knowledge? Is that what you said?
I do retain a lot of useless knowledge. Yeah.
No, you have some good stuff, some good knowledge that for sure, especially with comic books and art.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It was weird when I got back into comics for the 5th time. I started like reading a lot of stuff and realized that I knew a lot of things that I just kind of put away, and they just sat there until I started looking at comics again. So, can I get an audio version of that show? What show?
Yeah, I was wondering what show he was talking about. Unless
The
you
burning
mentioned-
down the burning down the world show. The
I don't know.
the or the Royal Rumble. He might be talking about the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Okay,
You guys-
well, I think with that note, this has been a wonderful show. And Dave, I appreciate you coming on because the last half hour has been great and awesome. And
Well,
wonderful.
thank you for inviting me. And I was just doing some stuff, and I
Thanks
was
for
like, I
jumping
can
by.
finish. I wanted to hop on and say hi.
No, you're good. You always make it a fun and joyful mood in my streams. So
Well,
welcome anytime.
thank you. And oh, he asked my show. I don't have a podcast version of the Avengers, but when I have 10 interviews under my belt, and I'm at 5 now, I am going to turn those into podcasts.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
So I think that's it. Unless did you want to do another giveaway, or are you good? Because you're good in my book. So we can save it for next time if that's the case.
I'll have some more for next time. Then that's fine.
Awesome. Let's just do it that way. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, RMS Collects. Where can we find you, RMS? On Instagram, right?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Address.
And that's why Dave will never come back. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's kidding. Well, thanks again. And everybody knows where to find Dave, just everywhere, because he's everywhere. So
yeah, I'm right here on YouTube.
If you're interested in comics, if you guys are comic collectors too, I mean, Dave's live sale is great. On Wednesdays. Yeah. Sometimes we do a little pop-up shop on Friday, on Instagram, but his Wednesday live sales are awesome, entertaining, and he's got great deals going on.
Yeah,
Cool
thank
stuff.
you. And, I'll be
There
at
you
Grid City Con next weekend if anybody's in the Tacoma area, Seattle, Tacoma area, doing a table there. So come say hi, sing the theme song to me, and win a free prize.
Okay, guys, awesome deal. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys.